This first one's called Sweet Hitchhiker. Old car on its last legs, tired driver, night blind and lost. Lights from small houses as you cruise the two-lane road. Bedroom lights and living rooms, porch lights, and you imagine what is happening inside. Laughter, joy, paranoia, blank faces staring at televisions, staring at walls, or looking across a kitchen table at eyes that once meant home but are now an uninteresting mystery. Evil thoughts and beatings, apathy. Bathtubs overflowing because someone got drunk and forgot to turn off the water. Electric bills 2 months past due and no milk in the refrigerator. Crying babies, crying women, men all used up with no choice but to go on. Maybe here and there the possibility of hope. 5 beers left from a 12-pack and something good on the radio. The pretty hitchhiker glares from beside the road and is clearly troubled, but you pick her up anyway in your old car with bad shocks, bald tires, and no spare. And the real story begins. Thank you. Alrighty, this one is called Not So Strange a Sight If You Think About It. The man with the stuffed unicorn is no longer married. He's mostly bald and a little fat. The man, I mean. The unicorn is pink and plush with a single white snowflake in each of his coal black eyes and hooves that put you in mind of mother of pearl. He doesn't look like you would expect, really. The unicorn, I mean. He looks more like a hippopotamus with a festive horn than a magical stallion. The man looks exactly as you would expect, lost and weary. The man with the stuffed unicorn no longer has a child. He was a late addition, but that meant he was treasured all the more. The unicorn, I mean. But you could say the same thing for the child, if that's what you wanted to talk about. No one wants to talk about that, though. His name was Samuel, but no one ever wants to talk about him at all. His mother was Ruth. The man with the unicorn's mother, I mean. Samuel's mother was Lydia. No one wants to talk about her either. The man with the stuffed unicorn keeps walking. He keeps walking until he is just gone. No one notices. The unicorn remains plush and beautiful, and the man will not let him go. But he will never have a home. Alrighty, this one is called Into the Wild. The limp of the tiger stalking the ragged ape under a dying moon. Nothing lasts. Even the kudu understand. They don't run, they don't even skitter. The limp of the tiger, the puzzle of a dead man beside a dirt road. A man roaring just yesterday. His woman will never know the truth. The ragged ape turns to face the tiger, sizing up the limp. In a small house, miles away, a woman who does not yet know she is a widow makes hard love to a boy half her age. Everything is vicious. The boy basks in his good fortune as the ape continues on its way, and the tiger gives up and looks for a place to sleep away from the beaten path. Waking up or sleeping forever, each is just the same. The tiger is ready for what comes. The widow screams in ecstasy. The boy believes he understands something he had not known before, but he is wrong. Love is a possibility, but as even the most ragged ape will tell you, a good death is less certain and definitely matters more. Okay, I stole this title from a friend of mine who's now no longer with us. He wrote a poem with this same title. I don't remember his poem, but I liked it. But I love the title, and I took it. So here it is. The poem's called Dance, Goddammit, Dance. This is our hollow place. This world that says a badge makes a hero, that believes victims are thugs, that does not remember Tina Modotti, that has forgotten Emma Goldman. This amnesiac, flattened landscape of steadfast plastic and manufactured desire. This Titanic an inch from hard ice. This death rodeo. This land that elevates trendy parasites to high office and discards the truly good. This nation that hated Eugene Debs and murdered Joe Hill. That extinguished Martin Luther King on a Memphis balcony and Medgar Evers in his home. That blew Addie Mae Collins and Denise McNair and Carol Robertson and Cynthia Wesley to pieces. That screams the name of Jesus as it lets its children live in squalor and praises God as they die in shame. This blight, this cancer, this ugly scar, this scab heaven, this is our hollow place. This is Orlando, Charleston, Sandy Hook, Aurora, Boston, Columbine, Virginia Tech, Baton Rouge, New York, Vietnam, Iraq, your house at the end of the lane. This is headline and story. This is Joe McCarthy and his questions. This is earned darkness. This is the sky breaking to blood. This is tainted pleasure and all the rotten eggs you can eat. This is the march of history and the revolution that never happened. This is a monkey with a gun. This is what they will allow. This is what makes us happy. This is music and liquid flesh. This is the Hot 100 and the host who loves you most. This is the rule. This is our hollow place. This is pure sex and death. This is the hood you wear. This is your shackle. This is what they give and what we take. This is slow starvation. This is our hollow place. This is our war. This is our 1930s dance marathon, and no one wins. This is tomorrow's breadline. This is the unseen hand. This is politics as usual, the opium of the masses, the murder of art, the big win for the Gipper, the girl you wouldn't give the time of day and the heart inside her. Remember your parents. Remember the mother church and the fatherland. Remember the party. Everything for the good of the party. It is standard procedure. It is our hollow place. We know all of this, but we jump to the whip with bright, shining faces. This is our hollow place. Remember your function. Dance, goddammit, dance. Okay, thank you. Alrighty, just one more. It's a nice calm little poem. It's called Just Saying. Your God is an asshole. It's the only explanation. I mean, we know you're a good person, right? I see how you want us all to get along. You even want to get along with the horrible liberals. I know you do. If only they would just come around and stop being so mean. I know you're a good person and you were raised right. God and country all the way. So I know you wouldn't want children going hungry, or people sleeping in the streets, or dying because they have no health care, or being abused because of their religion or who they love. I know you don't want women treated as objects, molested, subjugated. What kind of good person would want any of this? Not you, of course. Never you. So it must be that asshole God you rave about. It must be that asshole God that wants these bad things. It must be that asshole God, the one you keep saying you fear. That asshole God is abusing you, right? Making you do things you don't like, making you hurt people, making you judge your neighbor and laugh about it as you plot their death. What an asshole your God is. Maybe the old God retired. Maybe the old God died. Maybe the old God became an alcoholic and is a really mean drunk. The God you grew up with was love, right? And now you're stuck with this asshole God and you've got to obey. Shit, that's awful. I hope you can find a way out. I really do. The first step is admitting there's a problem. But you already see the problem, don't you? I mean, you're a good person, right? I know you would never be an asshole on your own, right? Thank you, folks.